Shut it? Yeah. Well, I'll crack it here, because I'll come back. Yeah. All right. Who's ready for that fresh air? Don't care. I swear I saw some beams of rays of light coming from this clouds, baby. It's behind the clouds, but who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! Rise. Come on, son. Come on. Come on. Come outside. Come outside. Let's get some rise and shine. I'm scaring old ladies this morning motivation. I'm scaring off dudes with, I don't even know what that is. He's like blowing something or something's going on. But fresh air, don't care. I'm watching my energy, baby. I watched my energy go up, way up, because I started working out yesterday, men's workout tanks, and feeling extra energy. Oh, I can feel that warmth. Before the seasons change, I'm starting to see the leaves change and everything, and I'm watching the seasons change. I'm watching my body change, and I'm also watching my energy change. See, that's the energy exchange that you get when you actually work out or actually complete a task or stick to something. You get a reverberation, you get fulfilled from things. It's not just you exasperating yourself and going like, I'm just doing the same thing over and over. Wake up, drink coffee, take a shit, go to work, come back, eat again, fall asleep. You know what I'm talking about. There's these cyclical cycles that have little to no energy that end up keeping us even with lower energy. I was watching one guy, he was doing this thing like back and forth with his hands before you go to sleep, so that way you wake up with even more energy. We're talking about drinking water, we're talking about exercise, we're talking about movement before you fall asleep. It's supposed to aid in digestion. I know for facts, your boy Marky saying, gotta live that high life. Man, my legs are feeling it, dude. I did just a couple of squats, and boy, oh boy, did it not even only keep me up at night, but fuck, I can feel it in my legs, and now I gotta walk across this green light with this beautiful blue sky and watch my energy, no lie, be the type of energy that brings me more energy. You know what I mean? Not something that takes away from me, which would be your typical alcohol, which would be your typical binge watching, which would be the typical masturbation, whatever all of us do, right? Something's in my shoe. Yep, this thing slides. But the availability of bringing new energy, right? The new energy started to inspire me. I got a couple people that reached out to me and said, hey, Saint, you inspired me, bro. You fucking started the Saints Giving and people showed up and helped you help. And I was like, you know what? That's actually quite true. I forget that even happened, dude. And then like the Weed Magazine, 420 for 702. I didn't believe, I just forget these things. I forget that I actually participated in something, that I made something come out of my head into reality. Hell, that I can even travel the world right now, be all the way here in Finland. During the summertime, I pinch myself because I was distinctly, oh, feel that shine, baby. Feel that shine, man. That's a blessing. This beautiful baby blue skies and shade in between and trees and all these things. It's something that's honoring me. It's honoring me to hear my friends go, dude, you inspired me. You inspired me that I didn't need what did he say? I didn't need a pass or an invitation to just go and help. And then I just went and helped. Plastic Pocket Challenge, y'all. Plastic Pocket Challenge. That you just take bold action. And by having action, you get reactions, you get new energy, you get to feel things that you necessarily wouldn't have got to feel before. And that's when I started to really get to become alive, Like the real life that I wanted was to be without weight. Hey, what up? Yeah. Oh, America. She almost hit the curb. Look at my friends. They're hitting the curb trying to talk to me. That's so funny, dude. Oh my God, dude. That I can even have friends from around the world before they curb check the curb. That I have friends that are inspired by me. That's such a fucking blessing. And then I even got people that even watch my lives, dude. I was just like, I'm just another person on this planet that was just like, dude, I'll be damned if I give up. I'll be damned if I let myself down, and I'll be damned if I don't live my life to the fucking fullest. And my full life, if you're brave enough to ask, what's your ultimate happy? Then you got to see what kind of energy it really takes to get to this level of happiness, right? I was just so sick of being depressed. I knew that was for facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost got hit. I was wanting to lose the weight around my waist, you know what I mean? And it's gone legit, you know? And I wanted to inspire. I wanted to show people that I had no quit, that my heart kept pounding inside me, and it kept pounding inside my brain and making me kind of go insane to say, like, okay, why am I not as happy as I could be? You know, why don't I have more self-control over these things? And by definition, what was my determination to be all that I could be? And that was it, you know? And now I'm pretty healthy. I'm pretty happy. And I'm pretty successful. And now I'm inspiring people. And people jump in the lives and start saying all sorts of things. Hey, what up, bro? This guy's just saying nothing. And then culture is king. I can't keep up with all the trolls and things, dude. I don't even do trolls on my show, so I don't even know what you're saying. So I just keep it pushing for people that want to be inspired or want to have a brand or want to start a business. You know, I'd love to sit here and tell you that I have $10,000 a month successful at my business, or that I have no problems at all, and every time I talk to some women it just works as soon as I snap my finger. That's not the truth. The truth is I had to find the self-confidence inside myself that now it doesn't matter who it is. I got no problem approaching a beautiful woman. Speaking of which, here comes one right now. You know what I mean? Oops. Go ahead. Smiling. You know, and it lifts my spirits. It lifts my spirits to be able to go outside in the morning as soon as I can, get some fresh air on me, work on this tan, you know, get that sunshine on me. And I know it's going to absorb inside of me and make me feel more human and more happy inside my body. My body is grateful for the rest that I get at night. And then it gives me those endorphins in the morning. So when I get up, it just starts blasting right out of my head of all this energy. I look at the energy deficits that people are perceiving, you know, like they can't seem to achieve the thing that they want the most. But if we give them the chance to spend their energy, they'll spend it on the least. They'll be like, oh, fuck it, dude. I just want to just be on the couch. I just want to be comfortable, you know? I just want my bills paid. And I'm on some, I don't want any bills. You know what I mean? I don't want anything to control anything about me. My freedom to walk about and just go out into the park and spark, which I do every day. I come to this little bridge and walk around. There's a little, here, we'll sit over here with all the dogs. And look how beautiful it is. I started to love my life, bro, and now you can see why. It's like a dream of mine, you know, to just sit here in beautiful weather and be able to see things that I never thought I'd be able to see, speak languages I never thought I'd be able to speak, and boldly go. Like right now, we're going to Vietnam, and the next couple of months, maybe next month, as soon as this weather quits on me, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And be my bold self with my new shirt designs, thanks to my friends at the print shop. We got new designs. I almost lost some of them, but guess what? I got them back now. And then I'm gonna go and smoke weed the whole way, stay comfortable. I was telling my friends I don't drink anymore because you wouldn't like me if I drank. And it's the truth. You wouldn't like me if I drank, bro. I'd be such an asshole. I'd misinterpret things. I'd misunderstand the situation or what someone was trying to say to me. I wouldn't get the real message that's going outside there. And that's why I watch my energy. I want to watch myself grow from certain things. I want to watch myself get beyond the excuses that I give myself, funky moods that I might interpret, or bad perspectives. And trust and believe, I'm as human as you when it comes to, oh, I should have done, or I should do. Instead, I get to love my life, and that's what's important to me. You know, it's just like I look around and it's just such a blessing. Just this like slow breeze in the trees and nice quiet environment and fresh air and people biking, and there's even a river over here. Like, it's so beautiful to be here, so you can just talk on camera. And the success came, oh hell no, it's the work off camera that really happens, bro. I can't believe someone just asked me that. Like, that's all it takes. I would think it takes a lot more than that. It takes what I'm talking about this morning. Oh shit, here comes somebody on both sides of me. You guys are just doing the most, aren't they? They're just doing the most. But no, it was on both sides of me, bro. It was everything that was inside of me. And look how beautiful it is being out here. It's so beautiful. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And she knows it too. Butts on shirts. To be able to be free, just to be next to the water, just to watch the river flow. You know, if I had any keys to success, it would be to ask yourself, what's your definition of success? You have to really paint the picture. And I said I wanted to go around the world to the best part of the planet with the best weather and be there. Be here in Finland during the summer. Be down in Thailand during the winter. Go between places in the autumn and the spring. You know, so it's not so hot in Las Vegas, and it's not so crazy cold, because it does get cold and hot where I'm from. And it was the whole experience. You know, I just wanted to be free, and that's what I am. I can take my time in the morning. I can just go smoke a joint right here by the river, and I'll do that with you right now. Don't forget to bless up. Thailand in the house. What up, can of Thai seeds? What's up, homie? How you been, bro? I never even see you on the show. And meet awesome people like this from all over the world, and just keep shining and let the sun shine on me and my soul, and try to share that energy. You know, it's a try, because you might not know who will receive, but like my buddy Brian Anderson said this morning, he was like, bro, you inspired me, bro, to keep working out, to boldly go places you never thought you would go before, to start events even if you have nothing, just to start it. And then I look back and I was just like, oh yeah, dude, I did do that. I really did have a weed magazine, and I really did have throw a weed festival, and I really did feed the homeless for over 10 years, and we continue to give to people everywhere. It's important to be part of your own energy. If it's responding to you and gives you more energy, keep it. You know, I keep watching the same advertisements like, how do you know that you don't need to be with a psychologist? And it's just like, man, my only success story wasn't from a psychologist, or it wasn't somebody trying to figure out my brain, but it was me keeping myself from going insane. It was me boldly going places, like, you know, when the seasons change and it's like it's time to go see something new again, or talk to another beautiful woman, or meet more reliable models, and just grow all these fantastical ideas that came out of my head, from butts on shirts to motivated juice to anti-slip slippers. They're all just random thoughts, but I was an entrepreneur. And then I joined InASec.Ai, created this group worldwide, and that we can start making sight in a sec. And then I could have a voice AI agent to answer the phone while I'm traveling, and that we can start making apps and any idea that you might have. And it's the culture right now. This is the culture for people that are having ideas, that really want to do something with their lives. This is the type of energy I'm tapping into. The one that sit there and they're afraid, and they have to succumb to their emotions, and they're like, I just can't seem to find a way to work out or hit the gym. You know, I got so much going on. I'm going to have to pop a cigarette and a beer and a couple of lines just to keep my mind. And then I was losing edges there. You know, people ask like, what's it like getting over an addiction? It feels like an itch that won't go away. It feels like an unsteady feeling inside, you know, when you're feeling nervous or anxiety. And I didn't want to feel that way anymore. I didn't want to feel that way so much that I was willing to start fasting in the morning, drink water right off the jump, listen to megahertz and Neville Goddard at night. You know what I'm saying, bro? Stay next to the water, because if you're next to the water in 5 minutes, it'll calm you down. Like these little things that had nothing to do with the pill popping or 3 easy payments of something else. No, it's as simple as watching the wind in the trees. It's as simple as watching time pass and enjoying it. It's as simple as being okay with not trying to achieve. That was a hard one for me too. You'd be surprised. But, you know, for most of us, we chase things that make us numb. You know, we follow through with things that keep us comfortable, right? And we also breed familiarity. So it's like we date for people that are familiar. It's like dating our mom or our dad, or we always go to the same bar because these are the same set of friends. Or whatever other thing that, like, you go like, this is oh, it's a little bit of pizza, it's a little bit of ice cream, it's a little cup of hamburgers. It's more than that to me. It was just like, this is a whole life to live. And now I travel the world, and I get to to meet awesome people and make connections and listen to their language and know their life stories, and their life's a part of mine, and as much as I'm a part of theirs, and then they're inspired too, dude. I was just like, you can't be serious. Got my 420 bunny. She said the same thing. Mark, you inspired me. I'm like, how so? Why are you like the third person this week to say something like that? I guess it's part of it. Let's bless up. Don't forget to join Weed Club. Thanks for the vibes, dude. All day, bro. You already know. Just chilling, bro. I'm going to smoke one for the nation. Make sure you guys go follow Kanotai Seeds. He has some of the best genetics and knowledge in all of Thailand, if not the world. That's a real shout out for you, brother. Join Weed Club. And that's all I wanted. You know, I was like, if I ever get out of depression, I'll leak it. I'll leak the whole cheat codes, bro. I didn't want anybody to be in their own way and thinking that that's all that there is to life. And I was just like, there's got to be more to life. So I sold my condo, I sold my car, I sold the career, and I started to travel across the world. This is over 15 years ago, and now I've been to over 50 countries. I'd love to say that we're making 50 grand a month, but soon enough, bro, if that's what you're chasing, I promise you it's not going to make you happy. I know people that got money, that doesn't make them happy. It's a mental attitude. That's why we're having this conversation this morning. Some people say fit check. It's a vibe check, bro. You got to check your vibe and say, is this what's making me the best version of me? Is this as happy as I can get? What wishes may come? What dreams may come so I can be like, that's it. And I was just like, yeah, dude, I want to wake up on my own time. I don't want somebody looking at their clock telling me what I can do. I didn't get to bed till like 6 a.m. this morning, bro. So it's like staying up, talking with my friends overseas, and I had so much energy from working out yesterday. It kind of kept me up, but you know, it's sourcing these things. It was like, it wasn't going to come from sitting at a bar inside of a building underneath fluorescent lighting and not actually living. Hell no, dude. It's going to be by this river, smoking my trees and watching the wind go through the leaves. That's where I find my ease, you know. And it wasn't just because I'm in Finland. This could be Vietnam, which will be next. It could be everywhere that I am, you know. No matter wherever you go, there you are. And it depends on you what kind of vibe you show up with, what kind of mindset you become. And also vibe check. This is what we're talking about this time. What's your energy like? Can you tap into your energy and bring it up? Or do you get stuck and be like, oh no, everything sucks? If everything sucks, then guess what lens you're looking through? You're looking through depression lens, you know? You're looking through sarcasm. You're looking through negativity, and then you're wondering why it won't take place inside your heart or become a part of your life. Somebody says, oh, is that what you did? You just go live to be successful? No, dude, I started going live before I was even successful. I just wanted to talk to people. And my friend said, you know, you should go on Periscope. And I was like, what? Never heard of it before. Next thing I know, 1 million Heart Club, 2 million Heart Club, on Good Morning America, smoking weed. And I'd love to sit here, rest my laurels, and talk to some of these little girls. One of the girls came by the festival and like, are you a celebrity? Are you a celebrity? She said it in Finnish, so I had no idea what she said, but my buddy later said that to me. I said, that's not the first time someone thought I was a celebrity. I legit had a lady convinced at Red Rock Casinos during my birthday that I was some celebrity that she had seen. And I'm like, lady, I'm not who you think that I am. She's like, give me your autograph. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, just enjoy my birthday. Even my boy Bally back, he said, dude, you're a superstar and you don't even know it. We all have the ability to be a superstar in our life, a superstar like the sun, to warm up our thoughts and our dreams and our ambitions, to get the body moving and flowing and start to get your mind in a different direction. Trust and believe I'm not the same. My buddy, he's going through some insane shit. His ex slept around with his buddy and shit. And I was like, bro, I'm coming. I'll be right there. And not only did I smoke him out with some joints, but we started to work out. And it was raining and it was pouring. This was yesterday. And then I waited for it to break. And I said, let's go hit it. And we started to hit it. And then there was this other guy that we smoked weed with from 2 weeks ago. And he goes, I've been coming every day for 11 months. You want to talk about inspirational? And I said, well, how's your mental attitude? He's like, it's so much better, bro. And I looked over at my friend and I said, get his number. No, go ahead, write it down. And I said, what you got? WhatsApp? He's like, no, I'm old school. I got it. Let me guess. You got an old Nokia? He had the old 3310. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God. Get his number. Call somebody that's sober, not these fake friends that sleep with your ex-girlfriend or people that are at the bar with their own problems. I thought about it to myself too. I was like, because he said his girlfriend was like looking for him and was gone for 2 weeks, and it's like, didn't his dad die? She's like, not my problem. And I was like, yikes. But also, isn't that what that's filled for? If I was to think in the club, how many people had just broken up with their boyfriend, girlfriend? How many people have addictions, maybe hardcore drugs or just alcohol? How many of those people need a psychologist and not a bartender? I'll wait, but then again, I won't, and neither will life. And that's what we do. We get ourselves around other energies, people that like to do the same type of drugs or feel the same type of way, and they're not looking for any outlets every day. They're not looking for the energy. They're not looking to bring, oh my God, that was a beautiful dragonfly. That was amazing. And all these people are just out in the sun, just absorbing and nice and quiet and exercising. And these are old ladies too, you know what I mean? It's just crazy, but it's genius, and this is what makes Finland so amazing, or they say the happiest place on earth, because they have all these beautiful quiet resources fresh from the earth. And if you plugged into it, you'd be fresh too. You'd be like, yeah, dude, life is good. I am rich, I am wise, I am successful. And not by your calculations, but by mine. I know what goals I set for my life, and I said, hey, I'm gonna live around the world. People are like, how are you gonna do that? And I'm like, don't believe me, just watch. I'm gonna go feed the homeless. How are you gonna go do that? Don't believe me, just watch. Just start showing up. Next thing I know, people started to show up. It was like picking up trash in Thailand. I started to pick up the trash because I can't stand it, the plastic pocket challenge. And then when I started to pick up, all these people came off the beach and started to help me, dude. We must have got 60 kilos of fucking trash off the off the beach just because I took initiative. And this is what it is. I got a friend that wants to do initiative clothing, but I'm not gonna bite his style. But I gave myself the chance. That's what success is literally giving yourself a chance to change your energy, change your trajectory, change your whole vibration, and say, hey, I would feel concurrently happier if I got up every morning, got some fresh water on me, got some fresh sun on me, and I went and got some breakfast after a workout. I was like, that would be an awesome day, And I started to paint the picture. What would make me happy? And start writing them down. Not be scared, because it's a wish list, right? But it's also a creation. I knew that as I started to write down my goals, even when I was in corporate life, and I was like, I want to save $300 a month and invest it in 401ks and this is all before the 2008 bubble popped and shit. Taking vacations. I thought going on the weekend down on a cruise was traveling. You know what I mean? And then I call my friends and they're like, dude, how long have you been there? Are you still in Finland? No shit. Where is he? He's something land. Is it Greenland? Is it Thailand? I don't know. He goes to all the places with land at the end. It was just like, yo, I go where my heart tells me to go, where the weather is the most warmest. This was my brilliant, bright idea to be in the best part of the planet with the best weather. And that's what I'm doing. That's successful to me. That gives me longevity, fresh air, fresh water, fresh sunshine. It illuminates me, and it's not coming from a beer can, and it's not coming from an energy drink, and it's not coming from a fictitious place. It's coming from my own reality that I get to live this blessed life and see things that I never thought I would see before. Thanks for the vibes and definitely an inspiration. I'm glad to be a positive spew. Dude, please, I didn't see any thumbs up. That's you got to get that thumbs up going, and you also got to subscribe too, This is how I built the dream. And my goal is to get to 10,000 subs so I can start getting my merch. They get a little merch stuff underneath these videos. That's my goal. It wasn't to make thousands of dollars. It wasn't to have a hugely successful podcast. It's definitely not to be Instagram famous. Are you a celebrity? Are you a celebrity? Oh my God, you're Mark Saint. Are you? Oh my God, you're Mark Saint. And then my buddy started fucking with me. Are you Mark Saint? Are you Mark Saint? Apparently I am. I'm the same guy that went to jail, and as I got into jail, big 6'6" black guy, leader of the Crips, came over and he's like, I know you. And I was just like, what? And he's like, yeah, I've seen you before. That beard, you were smoking a big ass blunt and you had a magazine, didn't you? And I'm like, yes, I did. And guess who ended up getting taken care of because I had a magazine? I was all the way in jail. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, if without fail, I just kept living. LIVN living. It didn't matter if I had abortions, unwanted abortions, or dead babies. It's a tough subject to talk about. It didn't matter that I didn't have any relationships with my siblings. It didn't matter if I had any money. This last trip around the world, my third trip around the world, and yes, I've been around the world. It's such a blessing to say, because I'll stop and I'll be like, whoa, I was there, dude. No way. Great Wall of China. People talk about Machu Picchu. Been there, done that. And Rainbow Mountain, which is even taller than Machu Picchu, or even Finland. Like, why are you in Finland? How did I ever get on this path? Well, I just started to walk. And that's what it is. If you can do a morning walk, if you can do some morning push-ups, if you can get some shine on your soul, right? Turn that halo on. Remember that life is a blessing. It's so hard to be alive. People die. Some of my friends haven't made it this far. It fucking sucks, but it's true. I got friends that just died at 33, I think she did. And she was a reliable model for me, dude. She went to the car wash, the 420 car wash, when it was on 420 back at the dispensary, and all the girls were washing the cars for free if you bought like an ounce or something. That really happened, and she was really a part of that. Now her soul's not on this planet, but I live for them. I live for all my friends that never got to go see anything and never got to go do anything. I'm like, they would want me to continue this life. They would want me to continue this journey, and I'm living for them. LIVN, live in. You know what I mean? So it's one of these things. Oh. When the wind wants to blow, hold on, we got babies and children coming by. But as soon as this breeze stops, as soon as my excuses stop, as soon as I stop fearing what could possibly happen, I just allowed it to happen. I just started to boldly go for the morning walks. I started to fast. I said, man, I don't need that breakfast. I don't need all those eggs, bacon around my stomach and heart. I needed more fruits, fresh fruits in the morning. That's the first thing that goes in my mouth. And I needed more exercise, bro. I needed to get outside and feel my limbs and and kind of stretch it all out. And when I get off this thing after my half hour of blitz, I am going to do a morning stretch out right here, fresh and free, with my own stability, my own mental clarity, and my own dream right in front of me. Like I'm looking at it, and like the fresh flowers over here and the lily pads and the nice little river flowing and all the shimmery leaves because the wind keeps blowing, and to watch all this green, which we never have in Vegas. You know what I mean? I think they're a new invention. I think they're called trees. I'm not quite sure. I've never seen them before. But this is the blessing that I have. Namoy. Huva boyka. Yo, Huva boyka. Yo, look at him. He's still exercising. So what's your excuse? This dude's fucking probably 80 years old and he's still pushing. So I look at it as energy. I look for the energy inside of me. I look for the things that give me the clarity and the being and the centeredness that I seek, because otherwise I've been there where I capitulated. I let the bad scripts play out, and all the things that didn't work out. I call that the left pocket. That's like the logical pocket. That's the person that gets up in the morning and checks their stocks, and their emotions are based on what their bank account says, or letting somebody else define their own definition of success. You need to have your own. You need to have your own goals. You need to have your own a definition of success. If you were listening to Tony Robbins, it's doing what you want for as long as you want, with whoever you want, wherever you want. And I was like, that's a pretty good definition. But my definition of success was having a business like Print an Hour, InASec.Ai, Mostly Saints, one of my multiple entrepreneur ventures, just to give me enough money to eat during the day, go to the next place, and exist the best that I can. That's it. It's not 10,000 subs. It's not $10,000 a month. It's not 10 girls at the same time. It's none of those things. It's me being me, comfortable in my own skin, seeing my friends, spending time with them, healing, showing people that they can dream, and inspiring. It gets me off, bro. So you can get off on the sauce too. Saint Shades, we out here, baby. I'm not the only one, you know. So you can too. You can shine too. You just got to decide to, and that's what it really is about. Watch your energy. Watch your energy grow when you decide to have things and make them a full-on possibility, or even get close to strangers and do anything. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where, hey, maybe I'm inspiring, you know, and maybe people want to be near me and be shiny, and that's what I want everybody to do. So that's Saints brand. Turn your halo on. Saints light up the world, and that's where I'll be doing, man, right here with this beautiful weather, just enjoying my life, enjoying my body, and enjoying my mind. And I want you to do the same. So that's this morning's motivation. If you got anything out of this, you already know. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Phoenix. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But the other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be. Peace. Yep. Chigata. What a blessing. I love this weather. And my phone's dying, so it all worked out right at the perfect timing. 70 degrees in Finland. I'm out this bitch. Go enjoy your life. Get off of this.